Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to Sat Tech. Today I'm going to do something a little different. And what I'm actually going to be showing you is how to speed up your Android device. Now, I'm not talking about going through developer options and changing the animation speed, but I'm actually going to be going into detail as far as the system settings itself to help clear out junk files and etc. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Okay, welcome back. Today I'm going to be using my own Android device. Now this is a LG pad tablet, and certain features on certain devices are not going to look the same. They're all going to be different in their own way as far as the UI itself, but in most places it's going to be found in the exact same locations, so bear with me. Now let's start from the beginning. If you get a device and it's a mid-range device, okay, and you activate it, you install your applications, and within maybe 24 to 48 hours your device is kind of lagging. It could be caused by numerous things. The first one, it could be that an application that you downloaded from the Play Store or Google Chrome is having the effect of having a lot of power and RAM to have it be able to work and function correctly on your tablet or your phone. Number two, your junk files are backed up. You need to clean them out, your cache, etc. And I'm going to show you these step by step, and also to let you guys know that it would be very important that you guys have an SD card to back up your data on. And the reason why I say that is because if you put an SD card into your device, okay, and you move whatever, photos or audio or even applications, if you go ahead and transfer that from your system to your SD card, you're gonna have a lot more RAM and a lot more memory, and it's really gonna improve the lagging on your device. So the first thing you want to do is go into your settings. You want to go all the way down until you see developer options. Now if you don't have developer options enabled, that is easy. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that if it's not already enabled. Again, same procedure. Go into your settings of your device, and then you want to look where it says, let me see, this is awfully different from the Android device because I'm using my tablet. So let's do this. I'm gonna go back, go into settings, go into more. Okay, that's not it. All right, this is definitely different from my other devices I've ever used. I usually use my tablet a lot more because I don't like to have all kinds of crap into my own device that I use on a daily basis because it would ruin it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and find developer options and get there for you. So we're gonna go to About Tablet, and then we're gonna go down. Okay, where are you? Software info, and then right here where it says build number, you want to go ahead and hit that at least a couple of times, and then the very bottom it says you are now a developer. Once you go ahead and you get that opened, go ahead and go back and then go into developer options. Okay, now don't worry about this message. It is nothing for you to worry about. Now if you guys are not familiar with the developer options and if you're not sure what does what, I would highly recommend not to mess with it unless you know exactly what you're doing. So after going into developer options, it's going to be right here where it says running services. Once you get there, you want to go ahead and click on that. Now what this basically is going to show you is what apps in the background are using a lot of RAM memory, and basically most of the cache in general. So right up here is going to say show cache processes. Go ahead and click on that, and then also you notice that it changed and it says now show running services. So don't worry about that. Just go ahead and make sure you're under show cache processes. All of these apps that you see right here in the list that I'm going up and down with, these are all the cache apps that are running in the background. And notice how it changes from the megabytes. You got Home and App Drawer 33, Google Services 17, Chrome 41, Google 38, and so on and so on. This is one of the main reasons why your device would lag, because of this. In order to fix the situation, you want to go ahead and start from the from the top of the list, excuse me, and then work your way down towards the last option or app at the very end of this list. So go ahead and click on it. You want to go ahead and hit stop. Now, the reason why you want to do this is because when you do this, when you disable the cache in the background, not only that you're clearing out RAM and memory, but you're having the apps in the background not running as much and collecting cache, and that's really going to improve as far as lagging on your device. So notice that when I clicked on it, it disappeared. So go ahead, and I'm not going to do Mobzine because that's what I'm using right now to make this video. If I were to do that, the video ends, and I'm not going to take that risk. Now, where it says settings, if you do that and you're in the settings, that's going to close out settings in general. You have to start all over to get back to this point in order to continue, disabling the cache, clearing it out, and the apps in the background. So you want to go ahead and right here, go into your next option and hit stop. Now beforehand, it's going to say if you stop the service, some features of your tablet or Android device may stop working correctly until you power it off and then on again. Just go ahead and just hit yes, okay? And then you want to keep going down the list like I'm doing exactly like this right now. Font server, you can stop that. You can go into this. I mean, whatever you guys see and that you want it to clear out and disable, you can do that either this way, or you can go into the actual settings and go into apps. But with this right here, you're just getting rid of that cache, and that's really going to help as far as like improving your device as far as like lag in general. So music, whether dual window, I really don't use music. I use Spotify a lot, so I really don't have to have this running in the background and collect more cache. I'm going to go down here and hit stop also. And then once you go back, it should be removed. Now, here's the thing that I realized too. If you guys are going in here and you're stopping whatever process in the background, and when you hit stop and if it's still there after the first 10 to 15 seconds doesn't go away, it's not going to go away, okay? I don't know why it does that. I've had that issue last night, and I tried figuring it out. I couldn't figure it out to save my life. But everything else that I stopped has worked. So if it's just collecting, say, 52 megabytes or 8.4 megabytes or 1.1 megabytes, and that's the only one in the background running, collecting cache, don't worry about it. Just skip through it. But I'm going to go into weather now and hit stop. And then I'm going to go dual window, going to hit stop too. And if you notice that some of them are going away, so that's a big plus. I'm going to go ahead and hit stop on here too. And messaging, I don't use AT&T messages. And I'm going to go to CCleaner, and I'm actually going to stop that too. It says accessibility currently in use, don't touch settings. Okay, so I'll just go back and leave that alone. And then LG keyboard. If it doesn't have an option to hit stop, then don't worry about it. But as you can see, basically the rundown on how to do it correctly. Do this at least, I want to say, every time you start seeing any kind of lag, I would start recommending you all to do this, okay? You don't have to do it every single day, but on my behalf, I do it at least twice a day. Because I don't want to be in Google Plus or on Google Chrome and then I have to swipe down to another page and it starts lagging. That just gets on my freaking nerves, and so I just do it this way. So after you get done doing that, the next thing you want to do is go back one more time, and okay, I went back a little bit too far. Go back in your settings if you're still there. What you want to do is you want to go ahead and go under settings and go to storage and USB. Now once you're in storage, you're gonna have this pop up. Okay, what you're looking for is something called cache data, and right here where it says other users, that's where you're going to be finding that location of that cache data. You want to wait until it's done calculating, and what I mean by calculating is it's going to calculate whatever megabytes are running in the background of the apps that are being used. Okay, so right here where it says cache data 436 megabytes, you want to go ahead and click on that, and it's going to say caches for all apps will be cleared. Clear question mark, hit OK. You want to go ahead and do that. Wait a couple of seconds, and then it's going to go back to cache data again when it's calculating, and it's going to read at a 0. So give it a quick second, you can see what I'm talking about. It takes a couple of seconds. It's under a minute, that I do know, but there it goes. 203 megabytes cache data. So if you still see more, go ahead and hit continue again, and it's going to calculate, and it will go back to 0. Usually on my Android device, on my daily driver, I only have to do this one time, and it's completely at a 0 cache data. So on other devices, I'm assuming that it's not going to be the same, but I would highly recommend clearing out as much as you possibly can until you reach at 0, or at least a little bit beforehand. So I'm going to go ahead and click it again, because right now, again, I'm using my LG tablet, and my daily driver is the T-Mobile Rebel Plus. So I only have to do this one time. It's completely cleared out. So do this, and just keep doing this until you hit the 0 cache data. Once you get done doing that, you want to go ahead and go back into your settings, and then you want to go back into your storage. Now right here at the very top is going to say 14.30 gigabytes, use of 32 gigabytes. Okay, once you get done doing all this, clearing out the cache, you're going to see big improvements with your storage, your RAM. And I'm going to show you something that I actually downloaded 2 nights ago. Now, I was using CCleaner. Let me go back. Actually, I might just have to do that. Let me see. Okay, CCleaner. If you guys are not familiar with CCleaner, it's a very good application to use. It clears out your cache in the background, your multiple files that you have that you're unaware of, a whole bunch of stuff. And right here it's going to show you the actual RAM where you're at right now, and it's going to show you your storage. Okay, right here it says last clean was November 6th. I would recommend doing this at least once a day, depending on what kind of device you got. It also depends how many apps you've got. If you have a lot of apps and it's taking up a lot of RAM, I would highly recommend doing it at least 2 or 3 times a day to keep that lag out. So go ahead and hit analyze. And if you guys don't know what CCleaner is, again, I did make a video on that. Go check that out. I have everything explained on how to use this application, okay? So right now it's saying that 200.52 megabytes can be saved. Now you have checked in the cache, the clipboard, the empty folders, thumbnail cache, and right here where it says manual cleaning apps, go ahead and click on that, and you can manually clean the Facebook cache, the manual of YouTube, and Google Chrome. I'm not going to do that right now, but I'm just going to be doing what's highlighted right here in these boxes. Now, warning, if you guys decide to get this application, you decide you want to use this, if you ever do and analyze your Android device, make sure not to click on downloads, because if you were to click on this and hit clean, every single thing that you've ever downloaded that's on your Android device will be completely erased. So make sure you have your data backed up to prevent this error, okay? Once you get done doing that, hit clean, and it's gonna do this for a couple of seconds, and then it's gonna tell you shortly after this is how many megabytes have been saved. And you're gonna see improvements with your RAM, and you're gonna see improvements with less lag. Okay, right here it says cleaning completed, 454.39 kilobytes has been saved. Now it says right here 84 kilobytes to clean. Oops, not all parts of cache were cleaned, blah blah blah. Don't worry about that. Go ahead and hit report. and the developer for this app will go in and fix the issue. It might take a couple of days, but there's no telling how fast they'll get to the fixing the issue. Now, I don't use CCleaner on my daily driver on my Android device because of this reason right here. Give me issues not cleaning completely all the way through like it's supposed to. That's when I mentioned that we should go into the Google Play Store and download a different app that I have been using for the last 2 or 3 days. So I'm going to enter my email real quick. Okay. Oh, they're asking for a password. I thought they're asking for my damn email. That should be it right here. Okay, cool. It's going through. Now this app is fairly new to me. I'm still learning how to use it, but it is doing its job. It is doing what, you know, the developer said it would do. So that is a big deal for me. And it's got a very good high rating right here, review. It's got good reviews, 100 million downloads at a 4.5 rating, and I have checked the reviews on this, and there's not really much negative about this app at all. So I would highly recommend downloading this application, and I will have a link at the bottom description. That way, if you guys want to check it out, you can. So you want to download this, and you also want to download right here at the very bottom. It's going to say Avast Cleanup and Boost. I would recommend installing this one as well. Okay. And what this basically is going to do is it's going to erase whatever files you missed on the original cleaning, and it's going to help improve the RAM to give you more of a boost of less lag on your device. Okay, so I'm going to go back and see what's taking so long. Download pending. Okay, well, let me see if I can get away with it and still download it and show you all how to use this. It's not really hard to use. It's really all explained to you step by step on how to use this. Still giving me problems. Okay, let me do this. Go into settings. I'm so glad I don't use this tablet on a daily basis, because I would throw it out the window a long time ago. Okay, let's go into apps. Let's go into the app that I'm looking to refresh. Now, you guys can do this as well in the future. If you guys are ever having any problems with your Google Play Store or any application that you're using and it's not doing its function that you're requiring it to do, go and exit it out, get rid of the app in the background. You know, you don't have to do this. Just go right here and just clear out, you know, Play Store, you know, whatever. Do this, and it will work. So go into your settings, go into where it says apps, and then I'm going to look for the Google Play Store, because it's giving me issues and not letting me download what I'm trying to show you guys. So go into Google Play Store, and then where it says storage, wait till it gets done computing, and once it gets done doing that, go into storage, and right here it's going to say clear data and clear cache. Make sure that you guys do that if you're having issues not able to download anything from the Google Play Store every so often. So again, I'm still waiting for it to compute so I can go ahead and clear out that crap. Here we go, clear data, hit OK, and then here hit clear cache. I have to wait, it's computing the size obviously. So once you get done doing this, guys, you can go ahead and hit clear cache, and then once you get done doing that, just go back and open up the Google Play Store again, and see, I'm so glad I don't use this freaking tablet for anything hardly, just making my videos. So I'm gonna go back in Google Play Store, and I'm gonna go see if it works now. So go back into my library and go into Avast. Oh wait, no, it's downloading. Here we go. Let's go back one. Yeah, sorry for the malfunctioning of this tablet. Again, I don't use this. I use this to make videos only. So, yeah. So, going back into Google Play Store, and Yeah, this really sucks because I really hate this tablet. So let's clear out all that crap and hit accept. Now you're gonna see that once you enable the Google Play Store is gonna ask you if you want to accept the terms. Just go ahead and hit yes, agree. That's gonna happen every time after you clear out the cache and data. And then I'm gonna go to my library because again I have this installed in my device, and it says Avast Mobile Security. Hit install. It should install right now. And something's downloading. Oh my god, seriously? Alright guys, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm gonna pause the video real quick to get this out of the way so I can get back to what I'm doing. So give me one quick second. Okay, I'm back. So I finally got the situation fixed, and right now it's downloading. Now it's a little slow because I'm using my mobile hotspot on my Android device to download this. So give me one more second, guys, and once it gets downloading 100% and it opens, I'm going to show you exactly what to do and go from there. Okay, I'm back. So I went ahead and I downloaded this application. As soon as you get done doing that, just go ahead and open it up. It's gonna say welcome and blah blah blah. Go ahead and just hit the get started tab there. Now you have an option to go for pro or continue with ads. There's not a lot of ads when you use this app, so I would go ahead and just use continue without continue with ads. Right here is going to allow you the allow the app to do its work, blah blah blah. Now at the very bottom it's going to be like if you want to block ads, just get to clean up pro. Again, you don't have to have it. Not a lot of ads show up when using this application. So it's going to say boost memory, photos, apps, safe clean, and battery. Now if there's anything to worry about, it's going to pick it up automatically. It's going to notify you, like right here. It turns red and it says app plus 1.25 gigabytes. Again, this is very easy to use. Go ahead and click on that, and it's doing its analyzing the system, and it's very fast, very smooth, and very clean. And it's going to say tips found. Scroll down to find out what keep your device fit. So it's asking you basically if you want to boost the performance. 5 apps using over 10.58% of RAM. You can just go ahead and click on these, whatever you want, and then just hit force stop and hit grant. And it's going to ask you to enable Avast cleanup. So once you find that, go ahead and just enable it. Hold on, I hit the wrong button. Force stop, grant, and then right here it says Avast cleanup, hit OK, and then hit the back button, and then again one more time, hit force stop, and it says permission required, proceed. Go ahead and hit that and enable this. And it's a few clicks here and there, but it will get the job done. Now let's go ahead and put in the applications in hibernate mode. It's almost exactly like Greenify, but it's not intense, not as intense as Greenify. And believe me, before this video ends, I'm going to show you that as well. So go ahead and go back once the tips and cleaning have been performed correctly, and show results. Go ahead and click on that. And it's going to tell you unnecessary data, total junk of 5.8 megabytes hidden cache and invisible cache. You can safe clean that, so hit that and hit finish cleaning, and it's going to go ahead and take care of that hidden cache. This app does work. It does make a difference. I have noticed that in performance when using this tablet, or I'm sorry, my daily driver. So it does do what it says it does. So go back. Unfortunately, you have to go all the way back just to get to the front page of the application. Now go to boost memory, and once you hit on boost memory, it's going to show you this, and it's going to ask you to customize its behavior on the screen. Just go ahead and hit got it, and then hit the boost. Automatically all your stuff is going to be highlighted and checked in, so don't worry about having to do that again. And then once you get done doing so, if you see anything else that gets your attention, click on it. Again, it's having me to do the apps again to boost the performance. So I'm going to go ahead and check everything again and hit forward stop. And now they're hibernating the applications again. Now every so often you will get apps that would run again on its own after hibernating it, and it doesn't really happen often, but if it does, and if it doesn't help, then this is where I start going into details on how to clean all this crap out safely. Now if you guys are rooted, this is definitely going to help performance, but if you guys are not rooted, this application can work for you just as well as a rooted way. So let's go in and type in Greenify. Now I do use this app. It's very safe. It does not harm your device whatsoever. It does help with battery performance. Believe me when I say it really does help with battery performance. Now prior to the T-Mobile Rebel Plus, I was using the ZTE Z Max Pro, and my battery was going so fast that I could barely keep up with it throughout the day. And what I went ahead and did was I downloaded Greenify, and I have to say that I probably gained, I want to say 30% battery each day. Then waking up at 9 o'clock in the morning, then right at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm at 30%. So when I installed Greenify, it was a miraculous, intensive, more battery consumption saver, because between 9 and 3, you know, I would have my battery up to at least 50 or 60% around 3 o'clock. So this app does freaking work when it comes to shutting down apps running in the background. It helps with battery performance. So go ahead and open Greenify. This is very, very, very easy to use. Go ahead and continue. Now if you guys are not rooted, go ahead and check my device is not rooted, but if your device is rooted, click where my device is rooted. So make sure you guys check in the correct option. Hit next. Now if you guys have a fingerprint reader and you do use it on the daily basis, and that's what you use to get into your Android device, I would really recommend checking this in. And I do on my device, but since I'm using my tablet and I don't have that, I'm just gonna keep it unchecked and proceed to go next. Now right here is asking for accessibility and device administration. Go ahead and go into the first one, and then you want to go ahead and hit Greenify, enable it, hit OK, then hit the back button, and then again one more time, and then you hit settings. Now this is going to grant the actual application to work and run properly to keep your device from not hibernated and battery improvements. So go ahead and just hit next, and then one last thing, grant the permission. And then once you do so, it's going to take you into here. Go ahead and enable Greenify, and then go ahead and hit back 2 more times and hit finish. Now this is where it starts getting interesting. Now if you guys have downloaded apps and you don't really use it on a daily basis, let's say you use an application on a monthly basis, go ahead and hit the plus, and then right here is going to tell you what's running in the background and what applications may slow down your device. And right underneath that, it's going to say show more apps. So let's click show more apps, and it's going to give you a list of every single application you have downloaded and every single application that was pre-installed into the device. Okay, so right here I've downloaded YouTube Music, Pinterest, Mosing, Legend, KindMaster, Google+, CCleaner, Games, Avast, and it just goes on. Okay, so right now I'm not going to do Mobzine because that's what I'm using right now, but what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and check this. I'm going to go ahead and check Google+. Now for an example, if you guys don't use Google+, only maybe say once a week or once every 2 weeks or once a month, go ahead and click that application like I'm doing right here. Okay, if you're using an application on a daily basis, I would recommend not highlighting it, because you would have to go back into Greenify and do the whole process like you are doing all over again, and it could be a pain in the ass. So just avoid that. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight Games, Google+, KindMaster, Legend, Pinterest, YouTube Music. Once you get done doing that, hit the green check box right here. It's a circle, I mean. Click that, and right now it's going to say not hibernating automatically. If you want it to be hibernated automatically right now, just go ahead and highlight it, and right here where it has the Z symbols, click on that, and it's going to say a warning label. It says app in the state is usually unsafe to hibernate. Forced hibernation may cause function interruption or even data loss. If you don't worry about this crap and you just want to make it hibernate at period, just hit the continue, and it's going to go ahead and do its force stop behaviors by itself, and it's going to go ahead and hibernate that app in general. As you can see right here at the very bottom, which is hibernated. The app went into hibernation. Now the only way this app can be running in the background is unless you click on it to open it up. Okay, will hibernate soon after screen goes off, the top right here. So again, if you don't want to wait till the screen goes off, just highlight on it. Okay, hit the Z's. It's going to force stop the application by itself. Okay, and once it gets done doing that, it's going to take you back into the Greenify section of what apps you want to go ahead and hibernate. So as you notice right here, hibernated Google Plus has been taken care of. Now KindMaster, I'm going to go ahead and do the same exact thing. It's going to go ahead and force stop KindMaster. After it gets done doing that, it's going to take you back to Greenify, and it's going to show you what apps are hibernated underneath the Google Plus. And so now we're back, and as you can see, it's right here. So let's do Legend. Let's do Pinterest. And I'm only doing this to show you guys how to use it. It's fairly easy. Now, here's another thing you need to know about this. Let's say, for an example, you want to use Google Plus on a daily basis now, but every time you open up the application, it's going to run in the background, and Greenify is going to ask you, do you want to hibernate this app? It's going to ask you this every single time you open up Google Plus. Okay, if you want to become out of hibernation on a permanent basis, what you need to do is click on the app that you want to unhibernate, and right here you're going to see a box with an arrow go through it. Click on that, and it's going to take the actual application out of hibernation. So every time you open up Google Plus, you don't have to worry about Greenify telling you you need to put the app back in hibernation, because that could be a severe pain in the ass. And I know this from experience because I've done it before. So I'm going to go ahead and just get out of Google Plus and go back into Greenify. And it says right here, will hibernate soon after screen goes off. So again, if you just don't want to wait, just hit the Z's, let Greenify do its thing, and they'll take you back and show you what applications are in hibernation still. So there you go. Now this little plus button here, if you want to click on it, it's going to tell you what apps are running in the background, and if you want to shut them down at any given time, you can. Same rule applies. If you want it out of hibernation, just go ahead and click on it, and then hit the little box with the arrow going through it, so you can do it that way. And so let's close out Greenify. Let's close out all the other crap. Now you're gonna get a shortcut for Avast, and you get another shortcut when tap clean. You can go ahead and do that. I'll show you what it does. You go ahead and hit that shortcut. It's going to open up this app, and it's going to go ahead and just check for junk files basically. And then after that gets done and over with, it's going to say completed, and you can go back and do your daily thing that you do, whatever apps you're messing with. But you also want to make sure too, you want to wait till the process is over, because it's going to give you options like this. So you go ahead and click on it and just hit finish cleaning, and it tells you how many megabytes are going to be saved once you get that done. So it says 35.8 kilobytes. All junk files were safely removed, so that's a good thing. But other than that, guys, I really hope that this helped you guys as far as your devices lagging by installing Greenify, or if you want to install Avast cleaning instead. You know, either one of them will work, but if you wanted to ask my opinion on what app to download to help the lag, I say both. That's just my opinion. But other than that, guys, I'll go ahead and leave a link at the bottom of the description for Greenify and Avast Clean. So if you guys want to go in there and check it out and hook yourself up, go right ahead. These are free paid apps. So you don't have to worry about, you know, purchasing it unless you want to go pro with Avast. But if you like this video, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will catch you on the next video, guys. Peace.